Hey, how's it going today, guys? So it's been just about 5 days since I added my four Samsung A36 phones to the Acurast core phone farm that I have going on. So let's check this out. And remember, guys, I am pretty new to this, so I am kind of learning as we go along. So right now, I do have 7 phones that are all currently in deployment. So that's definitely pretty good news to know that all my phones have been busy since I basically plugged them in. Pretty cool. So these are all newer phones. You know, I got my four A36s. I got my S22 Ultra with 11 gigs of RAM. I have two Samsung A16s. So they all have really good processors. That's the main thing. Then the A36s are 6 GB, so they get like decent jobs, but they don't get the highest paying jobs. So let's get right into it. So you will see that I have my reputation is a 1 star throughout all the phones. So that basically means that I've been running for a few days. I've completed a few jobs. I'm not sure what the reputation goes up to yet, but I do know that each phone started at a 0.5 and I have grown. So that's pretty positive. So guys, Nick's income strategies has been growing. So I have actually gone up 105 subscribers. If we go over to my balances, you will see that I've now gotten 19.33 ACU. And remember, ACU is only worth like 9.5 cents per ACU. So it's not like I'm making a bunch of money right now currently. My rewards should slowly go up as I stay reliable on the network for a longer time. And again, guys, let's show the phone farm really quick. So this is the phone farm. So you will see that I got Acurast running on each one of these phones right now. And then you will see that I got my networking switch right there. Let's bring this right back over. But yeah, guys, so I am making a little bit on this. Oh, look at that. I just got paid. So it's actually I already pulled one up, so this is gonna be just about an hour outdated, not a big deal. So actually, I might be able to just refresh this page really quick. Let's see if it brings me right back up to my hub. Sometimes when you're loading Acurast, it does take a second to load. It's kind of annoying, but that's been like the only downfall I've really experienced so far. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like it takes a minute, man. So basically, you'll see down here, so these are my hour-and-a-half payouts. So every hour and a half, I'm getting 0.24 ACU. So if we go down just a little bit, so I haven't added any phones, right? I think the last one I did add was, what, my A16s like 2 days ago. So a couple days ago, I was getting, oh, we're not even there yet, man. Holy crap. So yeah, it is pretty cool getting paid every hour and a half, I gotta say. I'm not sure if it's gonna let me get down there, but that's not a big deal. So basically, you will see that I did do a slow climb. I was at like 17, 18 ACU before, 0.17, 0.18 per hour and a half. Now it has gone up a little bit. So I do think that my reputation on the platform is doing better. So I might be getting, so basically when a developer sends out work to the network, some of them they pay a little bit more. So instead of just getting my base rewards for providing compute, I will also get rewards from the developer for completing that computing task, assuming that my phones actually complete. And my phones have been doing pretty good. I've been noticing there's a lot of times where at the beginning of a job I might fail 3 or 4 reports. And at first I was like very, very nervous about this. I was like, man, I just bought some phones, didn't invest a bunch of money, but I was like, man, I got these switches and I'm getting failed reports. Like, what's going on? Turns out that some developers send out bad code, and eventually, basically, those reports, like some of them were like 4 failed reports, 10 failed reports. Eventually, those reports became they kind of stayed with the failed reports, and then all of a sudden I had 33 passing reports. So you get rewards, you get extra rewards for the passing reports, assuming the developer is paying you more in rewards. Sometimes you get jobs where you really don't get extra rewards, which isn't a huge deal, I don't think. So something I got into, you'll see right here, committer rewards. So I am now a committer. It sounds like huge, so it's really not. So let's get into that part a little bit. So let's go over here. So you will see I I get a 23.49% APR on what I stake. So basically you have two different reward pools. So you have this 10% pool, and that's just people that buy cell phones, they get on the app, and they just start running the cloud compute, providing compute power. And then you have a new system that they just released back in January or February called staking. So people that stake get access to this other 70% of the rewards. So basically there's a inflation in the and basically all these tokens get collected through fees, and then the fees get spread out throughout the people that are staking and the people that are providing compute. But if you provide compute and you stake, you're going to get this APR. And also developers that, like, let's say that they're like more large scale, they're going to see like, oh, this guy has money staked in the platform, he's promising this compute, I should choose his phones. That way I know he's not going to just turn off his phone. He's not going to turn off his phone and leave, because if I have compute staked, basically that's like, hey, if I go offline, you can take a little bit of my staked compute, so I lose out if I turn off my phones right now. So as you can see, it looks like I do have a little bit of rewards. So I have about 17.26 ACU staked currently. So with those rewards, you will see that that's not a lot, but I am thinking that, so I'm basically trying to like restake everything that I get currently, because eventually this 17 is going to equal to a lot more, because I get paid every hour and a half. So I just set that transfer. I gotta accept it on my manager phone. It should have worked. Yep, so we are staking this. Okay, so that did go through. Sweet. So basically, I'm just gonna get access to this like 70% pool that holds 70% inflation instead of only having access to the 10% pool. Now, since I only have 17 tokens, I don't think I'm going to get a lot of access. I think it's going to take me a little bit of time to get that access up. But right now, I'm trying to not just take $50 and throw it in. I'm trying to have the phones like earn me more. It might work out that way. It might not. I don't know. We're going to find out though. So if we go down here, let's check out the stake just a little bit more. So yeah, you will see that. So what I've done is I've said like, hey Acurast, hey developers, you're using this decentralized computing platform. I am promising you right now that I am going to hold 74% of my hardware online. Like there might be times where there's an internet outage, there might be a phone that breaks. So, I can't like promise 100% compute. That's a little bit outrageous. So I'm basically just saying, hey, I'm going to provide at least 74%. And if my phones are not online, if I'm not providing that compute, slash my rewards a little bit. Obviously, you don't want that to happen. So what we can do now is, since I'm currently just staking everything that I earn right now so that I can get a higher percentage of that reward pool, we're just going to increase my stake a little bit. So we will do update. So 17.26 ACU to 18.34. So that's not a lot, obviously, that's 1 ACU. But since we're talking about such a small number, this is like a 7 or 8% gain right here. So once again, get my manager out, accept that, sweet. That should go through. And they won't let me stake the whole 19 because I gotta have like 1 ACU in my balance, something like that. So let's go down here to the quests. So as you can see, my missed rewards, I actually got a lot more. And remember guys, you can use my referral, and it's right down here. I also got it in the description. All you need is a spare cell phone. You can download this, you can try it out, then you can quit an hour later if you want. I think it's pretty interesting. I think it's fun. So I'm continuing with it. And then I did, so I think I do have one thing that I gotta do down here. I gotta, where is it? Keep your devices running to support the network. Look at that, we can claim that, sweet. Hell yeah, man. So I actually just, so 3646, let's see if it goes up to 31. Yep, 31,546. So this leaderboard, that's my position with like doing the referrals and doing the collecting the geez, I can't even think, the miss points. But yeah, that's what I got so far. I don't really know what the miss is gonna equate to. I don't know if this is gonna equate to 10 cents. Like, I really just like don't know right now. Kind of hoping for the best in this situation since starting this switch of the channel to mining, because I am doing Bitcoin mining through a digital NFT miner. Then we just did start doing the Acurast content. So I am taking you guys along throughout this whole process of me trying Acurast, buying phones. I do have a cell hasher actually on its way, so I'm gonna have to figure out how am I gonna provide 74% compute if I have to like pull my phones apart. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do there. I might get slashed. I hope to not do that this quickly. But yeah, guys, other than that, I mean, I think that's basically it. You know, check the merch store. You know, I don't know too much about this token. I try to track it a little bit. So it's like when it came out, it just seems like here, like everybody went all in. Like it was never actually worth this amount. It seems like everybody went all in. Then you're going to have a lot of people that like, they bought up here at the top. And then they're going to like, you know, then they like rode all the way down. And they're going to talk a lot of crap about the platform when in reality, they just like, they bought a top of a stock and they shouldn't have done it. Stock token, whatever you want to call it. I know technically this isn't a stock, but I just think that's pretty funny, man. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Check out the merch store. Check out the I'm offering or I'm accepting Bitcoin donations, Solana donations, and Ethereum donations now, and that is to help scale up the phone farm. You know, I just said that I got the cell hasher. I'm hoping to get 20 phones in there ASAP. But unfortunately, I do feel like I need a little bit of help with the funding there. If you guys can help me, great. If not, you know, that works too. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Peace.